All right, y'all. Test, 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 test. Oh, yes, we're going to get right into this as I manifest. Just joking. Sad news in hip hop, though, y'all. Sad, sad news. Let's just get right into it. Yeah, man. I was looking. I don't know. I didn't had no idea why C's picture was popping up or name. I didn't pay attention. I just saw him trend all of a sudden. But yeah, turns out legendary DJ Mister Cee, Big Daddy Kane's DJ, Biggie's DJ, is dead at 57. I'm just gonna read this from Variety. And yeah, Mr. Cee, the DJ, the record producer and radio personality who played an integral part or an integral role in the careers of Big Daddy Kane and the notorious B.I.G. has passed away at the young age of 57. That's young. It's young, y'all. We're supposed to be living much longer than that. 57 years old, according to former colleagues who received confirmation from his family. The Bed-Stuy native, Bed-Stuy, Bedford-Stuyvesant, Brooklyn, for those who don't know, native-born Calvin LeBron has been an influential figure in hip hop since the onset of his career. He learned how to DJ at a young age from a crew called DJ Night and the Knights of Hollywood. And after meeting Big Daddy Kane in high school, I didn't know they went that far back, he became the rapper's DJ on tour in the late 80s. And for those who don't know, this is the crew. All right, you see Big Daddy, you see Mister Cee. That shot on the right, that's with the dancers, Scoob and Scrap. Scoob, who's was a lot more popular than Scrap. He's now known as Johnny Famous on social media. But yeah, they're still. I guess they're still around. They still, believe it or not, still dancing, still performing and stuff. So yeah, but he was in fact Big Daddy's DJ. So um, became DJ and rappers DJ on tour in the late 80s. He also made an appearance on Kane's debut, Long Live the Kane, with the track Mr. Cee's Master Plan. This is back in the days when the rappers used to give a tribute to their DJs. That was always a staple in every hip hop album, especially on the East Coast. All right, is the rapper, and then you just give tributes to the DJ to get their own song. So a lot has changed. So, yeah, he inevitably met Big. All right, and I didn't even know that he and Big had a mixtape. Um, Let me get that mixtape for you. I thought I had that download, but anyway. But yeah, I didn't know that he made a mixtape with Big. This is the mixtape right here. So he dropped a 120-minute release. I heard a little bit of it, but I'm definitely copping that after this because obviously Big and yeah. But met him through the rapper's DJ, 50 grand. Helped him record the demo tape, facilitated the deal that got him signed to Bad Boy Records. Alongside Diddy, he served as an associate producer on Biggie's classic debut, Ready to Die in 1994. Most notably, C was a mainstay on Hot 97 and in the mixtape culture, dropping 120-minute releases that bucked the standard 60 to 90-minute tapes. He made headlines, though, unfortunately, in 2013 after an attempt to solicit sex from an undercover police officer. And he turned the experience into a positive mission, promoted inclusivity, blah, blah, blah. And have recently been spinning mixed on 94.7. We'll read that. But some who knew Mr. Cee have already turned to social media to tribute, obviously, a lot of the hip hop world giving tributes. I saw 50 give a tribute. I'm sure a bunch of the DJs. Kane already put a tribute out there. But yeah, But yeah, man. C, yeah, I understand. Well, the thing with C's career, he had the he had he was fortunate to hook up with literally some of the top rappers in the history of the game. The Juice Crew was one of the most talented collaboration of rappers in the history of the game ever. All right, you had Coogee Rap, Shan, you had Genius, who also turned to Gizza, Master Ace, you had obviously Marley Marr. He was around them, of course. Big Daddy Kane, who in my opinion is the best rapper from the borough. He's the best rapper from Brooklyn, not Biggie, not Jay. Jay copied Kane style, all right? And I'm talking about at their peak. And of course, Big. And yeah, man, despite what C said, I mean, C was like, oh, Big is the greatest ever. I mean, people say shit like that when they pass, but yeah, man, it's a tough loss. And, unfortunately with C, it's one of those situations where it's not how you start in life, it's how you finish, whether fortunately or unfortunately for C. Because had he passed 30 years ago, then his legacy would have been a little different than it is right now. Unfortunately, a lot of the younger dudes are gonna kind of remember the weird situations that he got himself caught up with, driving around Bushwick, which those of you who aren't from the East Coast or not from Brooklyn, Bushwick has nothing. All right. But the hood, I mean, they're kind of fixing it up now. It's kind of becoming a more, you see a lot of little trust fund babies walking around there. Let's just put it like that. And it's becoming like, you know, a lot of like kind of artsy. But Bushwick had absolutely nothing but a big cemetery at one point, and I guess they're kind of building it up. But still, he's driving around the hood part, like from the worst parts of Bushwick's picking up, what he's picking up. So unfortunately, people are going to kind of remember that. But even when that happened, because the radio stations were going back and forth, just like they do in every city, I'm sure, every big city, I'm sure they have rivalries. But you had Charlemagne and Envy on one side, and you have obviously Ebro and Flex, Funkmaster Flex on the other side. And they're on C's side, but nobody really maliciously attacks C like that. Right? He really is a very genuine guy. And I just want to remember him for the fact that he helped usher in literally two of the maybe top 20 rappers of all time. It's him that ushered them in. And look, I just, like I said, remember him for what he produced. Remember him for the mixtape genre. I know people are trying to prop him up now as one of the all-time great DJs. Again, this happens when people die. Unfortunately, you're going to hear a lot of the weirdo conspiracies come out, because that's what happens, of course, with the diddler, with all his shit going on. And he's associated with Big, and Big, of course, you couldn't have Big without C, and of course, Big with all the weirdo lyrics. Matter of fact, this mixtape that he has, I just started listening to it. Like I said, I never heard the mixtape, but as soon as he introduced the mixtape, it's like the cats think I'm, pussy. The cats think I'm pussy, so they want to fuck me, and yeah, it just goes downhill from there. So, brother, Big was a great lyricist, but the content, oh my god. But again, go look back, get some Kane albums, all right? Listen to this tape, He's much more than all the fuck shit that happened towards the end. Listen, rest in power, rest in peace, or whatever, however you want to put it. Just the amount of love, and nobody's disparaging dude in his death. He was a genuine guy that clearly had a few demons that he unfortunately, and he you know what he did. I'll say this: he did own up to all the shit. He didn't run from it. He owned up to it. Now, I don't. If you saw the interview with Mano, I mean, I didn't want to own up to it like that, but it just is what it is. But still, it's not going to diminish the legend and the what he cemented in the game of hip hop. So, yeah, just wanted to drop that. The finisher, Mister Cee. Like I said, this is the crew right here, and yeah, man. Rest and beats to that brother. And remember to hit the like button, hit the share button, hit subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Until next time. Big up on yourself, man. And I'm out of here.